I'm gonna be eating ramen for 24 hours straight in Japan. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, every meal is going to be ramen. So what am I here to prove? I don't know. Why am I doing this? I guess for science. Let's try it out. Now the rules are simple. I simply can only eat ramen for every meal. And the only liquid we can drink is water. We're at lunch spot number 1. Let's get lunch. This first ramen spot is one of my favorites. It's not even famous in this city. It's actually famous in another city, Yokohama. But it's known for its thick noodles, as you can see here. The broth is really rich. At least this one is soy sauce flavored, made with pork, and has some spinach, so a little bit of vegetables, as well as some really thick noodles. For me, this is my favorite ramen noodle in Japan, regardless of location. But it's not very prevalent in the location that I live in. This is a noodle that I can only eat like once or twice a month, if that. I don't really come here often, but when I do, I'm very excited and happy to eat it. You know, drinking the soup might be a bad idea if I'm gonna do this for a whole day, but it tastes so good. I'm gonna drink one more. Finished it. Oh man, that's the first one of the day. I think it's, oh my god, it's raining. So that was the meal. It was really delicious actually. I give it a rating of 10 out of 10. I love that ramen. If I'm rating myself on a level of out of 10 on how I feel, right now I went from a 9 to a 7. I'm a little heavy and bloated. You might be asking yourself, why am I doing this? Well, when I go home to America, people usually ask me, hey, Michael, do you eat ramen every day? And my answer to that question every time is no. But I always wonder what people actually think. Do you actually think in Japan the only meal we can eat is ramen? Because that's sort of crazy, because that's what everyone thinks. I'm here to try it out and put myself through the suffering. And it's pouring now, so I gotta go. There goes everything. Please stay safe. I could have been home already because I was literally outside my house, and instead I'm soaked now. We finished our lunch about a few hours ago. Now I just finished work, so I have all the time in the world to think about dinner. And usually, you know, in Japan you think, what do you want to do for dinner? Well, today I have to eat ramen. So I've decided I need to find some friends to eat ramen with because I don't want to just keep eating by myself. So I've messaged a few friends and I've asked them one question. Take me to your favorite ramen spot. Since it's after work and since I feel like I need to work out because ramen is sodium heavy, I'm gonna do some push-ups beforehand. Now, let's go see if I can go grab dinner. Actually, my hair is getting long. I think it's time to get cleaned up and get a little fresh cut to the haircut. Well, look at this. I got myself a haircut. It looks clean, it looks nice, and now it's time for us to find some dinner. One of my friends has a place for me to go check out, so I'm heading that way now. Oh wow, friends here.
My name's Marissa.
And where are you taking us?
We're going to go to ramen.
All right, let's go.
I totally know where we're going.
I don't know where we're going, but you say it's good. It's dinner time. This is my only option.
This is siphon ramen.
What's that mean?
And that means that it's ramen made with a siphon. But it heats up. The fish katsuo flakes are up here, and as it heats up, a suction is created that releases this plunger, and a secret, exciting thing will happen.
Let's try this out. First I drink it. Oh, it's very different. We got pork here too. Pork. I feel healthier. All right, finished. Bye-bye. All right, dinner is over. That was very good. Felt healthier than what I was eating earlier. In terms of how I feel, I'm still a 7. I don't feel bad, I don't feel great, but I don't look forward to my next ramen, which I think is gonna be ramen dessert. Can we find ramen dessert? I would love to see if we can find ramen dessert. This is not something you guys should do at home. All right, so I feel not that great anymore. We had ramen for lunch, ramen for dinner. We got ramen for breakfast coming up. I'm not looking forward to ramen in the morning, actually, to be honest. Good morning. It's early. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's time for breakfast. I don't feel that great. Like, you know when you wake up and you just sort of feel like lethargic? What I feel like right now. I think you're gonna find this interesting, this part. Let's head on downstairs because there's an area that I live by that is famous for cheap ramen, like really cheap ramen. All right, it's early enough that there's not a lot of people out in the streets, although in about 30 minutes it's gonna get crowded. I'm walking, it's not gonna be that far, to the ramen restaurant. It's like $3 ramen, essentially, and not my favorite, not at all, but I figure I should try it out because it's one of the cheapest ones here and probably a good value and usually really crowded. So let's see what it's like. See right here, we've made it. 500 yen, literally cheap ramen. Usually has a line, it's always open. Look, there's a crowd of people. Try to check it out. Oh my God, it's so full of people. Well, let's go in.
So unlike usual ramen spots, you don't have your own seat. You don't even get your own table. What you do get is a community table where you have to sit next to a whole bunch of people. So I literally was eating ramen next to about 6 to 7 different people. That's fine and all, but making videos and recording feels really awkward. So this is what awkward video making looks like.
And it's so crowded. I think that's it. Ah, I just left. The fact that you eat this ramen and the flavor is in the meat. The meat's good, like the pork, there was flavor, I was surprised. But the noodles, there's so many noodles and so many green onions, and the soup broth didn't have like a distinct flavor. So the cheapest ramen for breakfast, no flavor, but super popular, I think because it's just a lot of carb. Regardless, taste level, I didn't enjoy that as much as the other two ramen actually. I'm feeling like a 3 out of 10 right now. Will I have ramen one more time? I might have a ramen snack somehow. We'll have some instant ramen as a send-off. I feel like I'm sweating from all this ramen. It needs to get out of my system. This is a cool shot. Makes the buildings look taller this way. We're at 7-Eleven, let's prepare for lunch. It's noodle cups. Very simple. There's so much variety. Regular cup noodle, different variety of noodle, big pork noodle, spicy noodle. I'm going with this one. All right, so it's finally lunchtime, and my final ramen meal, which is right here, has a little bit of a cilantro flavor, tom yum soup flavor, and it's spicy a little bit, so it's pretty cool. Do I feel like eating it? No. I might not eat ramen for like a week after this. No, not a week, like months, 5 months maybe. I don't feel great, but my stomach's hungry. Crazy thing, I think I need protein because my stomach is like feels full and bloated, but I'm starving. While I eat this, if there's any other, video ideas in the future for Japan, if you want 24 hours of sushi, if you want 24 hours, let me know in the comments below. It is good. More flavor than breakfast. You know what I found out? I found out Japanese people do not, I repeat, do not eat ramen for every meal. I will say this, with this whole challenge, I did enjoy my first ramen. My second ramen was so different. I've never had something like that where it came out of the siphon. That was cool. So that was an experience which I would never have had without doing this type of video. My third, which was breakfast this morning, the worst. And then this at-home ramen. I will do another video, hopefully in a week or two. Subscribe to the channel. Never again. I might never eat ramen ever again.